You must be wondering that why gold and stocks are going up at the same time. Let's focus on the first asset, which is gold, and identify the key drivers for gold prices this week. Number one, Moody has downgraded the US sovereign debt. Now, the downgrade obviously triggered a massive sovereign debt risk and also triggered a safe haven demand buying. The downgrade by Moody's undermines the long-term debt sustainability in the US among investors. If you check the long end of the yield curve, treasury yields at the 30-year maturity have climbed above 5%, which hasn't happened for many years. Number two is obviously dollar weakness, which is unusual because when yields are increasing in the US, dollar is one of the biggest winner of the increased yields because investors prefer higher yielding assets, especially when it comes to the US. Yields are going up, but dollar is weakening. This reflects the decreasing demand for US assets, mostly because of the fiscal concerns and the moderated Fed policy expectations. Number three, disinflation. If you followed CPI and PPI last week, you know exactly that both of them came out softer than expected, which is bullish for gold. Lower inflation removed the risk of higher rates for longer. And of course, if you look at the fiscal instability, the recession risk and the fiscal instability lifts the appeal of gold. Number four is of course our favorite, the fear of tariffs. Global uncertainty is one of the key drivers which shaping markets for months now. Today we managed to catch over, I think, about 300 pips, but if you look at the cumulative positions, it's well over 300 pips just on gold alone. Don't forget to claim your 50% deposit bonus by ForexC, which is an excellent broker. I'm using them for 5 years now and never had any issues. The deposit bonus works in a way that if you deposit, for example, $1,000, you get 50% of that as extra margin. So $1,000 deposit, you get $500, which means you don't have to risk your own capital, because if you make any profit on this extra $500, which is added to your trading account, then you can withdraw that profit. So basically, this is a risk-free investment with no catch. And if you're able to catch one single bull run on gold with this extra money, you can buy your Lamborghini next week. Here in the chart you can see the gold 1 hour time frame. Now today's analysis was sent out on Discord at 6:58 a.m. So this was before 7 o'clock. I was having morning coffee and I was analyzing the financial markets, starting with the fundamentals, especially this news which caught my attention, that the US borrowing costs climbed after Moody's downgrade. Now this is very negative for the US assets, especially for the dollar, but it's beneficial for gold because in uncertainty, we know that how much traders and investors love to run to gold. So in the analysis this morning, I sent out a very thorough chart with loads of information in it. Now this I sent out multiple times in my public Telegram. You can find the link below. Make sure that you join so you can get these kind of charts as well. So I sent out a chart full of information. And also I entered into a position. So you can see when I send out a position, or when I enter into a position, I send out a screenshot of my MetaTrader that you can see right here. You can see that this is live. And I entered this morning 3 gold positions, started with 1. I sent out a signal. Then we had a live morning briefing at 8:30 a.m. European time. And in the morning briefing, I went through one by one of exactly the same points which I explained to you at the beginning of the video. But obviously, the members got 7 or 8 hours before this information than you. So if you want to get a thorough analysis and if you want to enter into a trade with me, go to AlphaFX.eu. I emphasized multiple times that the website is under development. There could be some flaws, some changes. It's under construction, but also the lifetime plan is coming to an end. So make sure that you use the opportunity to grab one of the memberships to become a lifetime member. After this, or when the website is ready, there will be monthly only subscriptions. So you have to pay month by month. You can buy the lifetime membership that's going to cost you £1,000. So if you want to secure your membership at this price, make sure to purchase it. Now going back to the Discord analysis, so you can see all information sent out 8 hours before to the members, and many of them managed to catch this beautiful, now close to 300 pip move. Looking at the gold position, I also sent out another entry which is running at 30 pips profit. So that's the highest point, the highest position you can see, and that was sent out, let's see, when was it? Yes, the full margin position was sent out just an hour after lunch, so 12:55. Now, moving back to the charts, because I want to give something to you as well, guys. So you can see that gold was creating a very nice bearish market structure, with starting off with, US and China trade deal. That was one of the catalysts which managed to add to the gold sell-off. And then we had a softer CPI and of course a softer PPI as well. Now these two factors, or these three factors, contributed to a quite significant sell-off on gold. And also we had the retail sales, which lifted gold prices up, but then it came back down again. And if you look at stocks, you can see that despite the bad retail sales data, stocks did not drop. The reason for that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that gold is going up and stocks are going up as well. So the reason why indices and stocks hasn't dropped is because the retail sales data, yes, it was bad, but it wasn't catastrophic. It wasn't too bad. So investors can live with it. And if you look at the general market sentiment, we know that the Fed isn't going to increase interest rate. We have an expectation that the Fed is going to actually cut interest rate. We have decreasing inflation. So we are in a disinflationary environment, and the trade talks are going well, or going to be well soon. So we hope that Trump is going to figure out something. So all in all, the current market environment is very favorable for stocks. For now, this could change in an hour or next week or next month. Who knows? But right now, what I see on US 30 is bullish momentum. And if you want to enter on US 30, all you have to do is just follow the trend. Bullish market structure, previous resistance at 42,500. Price is trading above the pivot. There's two potential entries. The first one is actually right now as we speak. You can see that the consolidation at a resistance is always a good time to enter into a position, or a consolidation above a support is a good time to sell. Yes, at support we sell, at resistance we buy. I know this is contradicting everything that you've been learned or taught by these Instagram traders, but trust me, buy high and sell low. So yes, I see, and actually, let's have a look on the open positions on US 30. You can see exactly that I'm in profit on US 30 and the members as well. Every single support I bought, sorry, not every single support, every single resistance I bought, for example, at the top here. And gold is pretty much the opposite because it's in an upward momentum. But I see buy opportunity on US 30 now. So you can see on the chart, let me just draw on it. Current buy opportunity here, or if price comes a little bit lower, I see another buy opportunity here. And it takes a lot for this market structure to break. So I don't see any downside, only maybe because of the trade talks if it isn't going too well. And Trump could shake the markets. So yeah, US 30 buy, US indices generally buy. And now moving back to gold, because initially I started talking about gold, but I got carried away with US 30. But hey, at least you have two signals for today. Now moving back to gold, you can see that after a quite aggressive sell-off, but beautiful market structure, price started moving sideways, marking a strong support and resistance level at 3,200. And since that, price is moving sideways. Now, today we don't have any data in the calendar. We have New York open. And the market sentiment currently is feeding on the things I said. Moody's downgrade of the US sovereign debt is one of the strongest stories that you can trade today. And this is bullish for gold, and I don't think it's going to affect indices too much, but let's wait for the market to open because anything can change. So if the market is able to continue to feed on this negative news on the US government, US sovereign debt, then we have good hopes that price is going to break through the next resistance level, which if I draw it on the chart, is somewhere around 3,250, so 3,250. This is the next resistance level. We could see a potential pullback on gold back to the daily and the weekly pivot. Yes, maybe one position going to be stopped out, but generally speaking, I'm looking to take profit at the ultimate, the maximum profit at 3,300 or just above 3,300. Keep it reasonable. Let's make it 3,290. I think it's a very good price to take profit. Don't forget to claim your 50% deposit bonus by ForexC. Now this is a great opportunity, or as what Trump say, this is a big and beautiful opportunity to make money. This is actually free money that you can use to increase your capital. And today in this volatile market, all you need is capital, capital, and capital. And one way to boost it without breaking the bank is to use the 50% deposit bonus, link below this description. Now, here you have the trading view chart, and moving back to the live chart, you can see that I have a new position on gold, which was entered at the current price level. Let's see, when was this sent out to the team? That was sent out about 35 minutes ago, so it's not too late to enter into position. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but if I haven't had any positions, I would enter now just below the resistance. Yes, you heard it right. Or if you too, scared to enter at resistance into a buy, just wait until price pulls back a little bit and then you're good to go. You can see how nice this market structure. It gives so many opportunities. Remember, if you want to trade with me, if you want to get my signals, my positions, and if you want to join the morning briefings or live trading, go to alphafx.eu and become a member today. Thank you so much. This is the AlphaFX.